raced in NASCAR, currently races in supercars, and at 25 years of age already has a Bathurst podium to his name. But he obviously loves racing sprint cars, especially here at Hi-Tec Oil's Toowoomba Speedway. But for right now, we're just waiting on him to show up.
I grew up as a young fella going to the Speedway all the time. My family had a vested interest in the category with supplying engines back in the day, and I got to meet J-Dub, the car owner, when I was about 3 or 4 years old. When my family were following Shirley around for a little bit, looking after their sort of motor program, and really sort of just grew a bit of a passion towards it, and it's always been something that I want to sort of check off the bucket list, and I really enjoyed myself last year, and want to try and race as much as I can this year.
You've got some dirt racing experience from years past?
Yeah, I have a little bit. I was fortunate when I was in America for 4 years. I got to race in the USAC Ford Focus series over there, so I got to do some some of the midget stuff over there on dirt for a couple of races, and really showed how far out of my depth I was at the time. And it's a lot different than pavement racing. So, and then I thought, why not make it even harder and try to jump straight into a 410 every sort of weekend that there's pay-per-view on or whatnot, or even World of Outlaws. I follow as much as I can. I really enjoy the racing, and it's I think it's very unique compared to other forms of motorsport. With how the the formats and stuff play out, and the track's always changing. So it's a big sort of challenge for drivers. It's like riding a bull, I'd probably say, with a big motor strapped to you. So there's obviously a lot of horsepower, and they don't weigh that much. And I guess the common term is the power to weight ratio is a lot better than a Formula One car. So they go freaking fast. You go back to driving a supercar after driving one of these, and it's like you're driving in slow motion. So, and I'm nowhere near as good as these guys at what they do. So, but a lot of the supercar guys, like Cam and Shane, have had a go recently, and they seem to be really taking a leaf out of Larson's book. He's been sort of the guy that's gone from racing sprint cars full time to winning a NASCAR Cup championship. So, and you can quickly see why when you jump into one of these and you go back and forth, and each have their own sort of discipline, and I'm just trying to learn as many as possible, and hopefully they sort of help me one day.
A lot of the supercars guys have driven sprint cars over the years. Do you guys ever talk about sprint car racing?
Yeah, a fair few. I mean, I spoke to Shane a fair bit when he was racing over in New Zealand, and he had a ball, and it's just the common terminology is it's just absolutely wild, and you're driving a 900 horsepower beast and trying to pull tear-offs, and also trying to go around the track too at the same time.
What's your aim with sprint car racing?
Just sort of build up to it, slowly. I don't want to go tear shit up all the time, and it costs J-Dubs a lot of money, and I want to have a crack as well. So, but I just know I'm not actually ready yet to go out there and sort of race with the front guys. Obviously, it takes sort of years to build up to that, and you need to put your apprenticeship in. So, yeah, it'd be nice if I could sort of fly under the radar a little bit and just go out and sort of find my feet a little bit. But it's a little bit sort of different, but. I've got plenty of guys that are trying to help me, so that all helps as well.
I'm going to come out with a Coca-Cola jacket for the V8 Supercars. Yeah. Ready? I'll get one in Townsville. Yeah, cool. I'll see you there. Yeah, we do nuts and all that. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, make sure you ask me to sign up for you.
Alright, it's time for qualifying. Brodie's pushing out right behind me. He's the first one out. Doesn't matter where he qualifies, he has to start off the back of his heat race. But it's really important that he does a good lap time for a bit of confidence. But the track's a lot slicker than we've seen in the past, especially in comparison to the Red Hot Summer Shootout. So I'm really interested to see how he's going to handle it. It's been a year since he drove a sprint car. Let's see how he goes.
It's important. It puts you off the point of your quick time. For BK Trading, qualifying is underway.
didn't feel that bad. I just couldn't, I couldn't enter up along the fence because if I got tired, I had no fault in keeping up. I was fluttering out there.
What's wrong with the engine?
Just fluttering around actually. So, yeah, last time I was actually here, it was up against the fence, same as it was just in qualifying then, and you know, I just don't have many laps on my belt to sort of put it up there. And you know, when the motor's a bit off as well, it was yeah, just fluttering quite a bit on part throttle, and you know, you need the throttle to get you out of the shit when you're running the fence. So, yeah, just need to try to sort it out a little bit. Luckily, Terry Bracken's here from Carrie to give us a hand, try us sort it out, and yeah, start 11th in my first heat, I think. So yeah, just sort of go around and keep it out of the fence, and yeah, try to learn some stuff. So there we go.
Let's grab an 84 and see what looks like in comparison. This shit here up here,
And Brodie Kostecki, time to get after it, and it's a messy start, but we are green. Look at Kostecki right behind Ram, and it's Prosser rails the top. Kostecki will start on the front row of the B main.
What I got there? 7, I think. Oh, yeah, 7 or 8.
Yeah, it feels good, but I still can't throttle. I turn the full tap to halfway, and I can throttle real good, even like on the yellow, but I go full throttle, it just dies. Sorry, full tap, open. It's all rich as, and I can't get any temp in the motor. It's real hard running the bottom, like getting into the, like as it's slick to the mid-track where it's like ruddy, and then I get to mid-track and I need power, and then I just have to go full throttle, and it just blows the tyres off. It wasn't like, I was dragging the brake quite a lot then.
Yeah, you can see that.
But it's just the motor doesn't feel anywhere like how it was last time I was here. Like it used to be so responsive, and then now. What did I run last time? Oh yeah, did I run your one? Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe it's just the way it is. Yeah, because that other one, oh yeah, I did run the other one actually. The other one I drove. It's unreal. This one's just been a little hard to throttle. But I feel like pretty good. I'm glad I put the right rear out half a bit because I could run the bottom.
How do you feel in the heat? You missed the transfer, but it's probably not a bad thing because you've got more laps in the heat.
Yeah, yeah, actually had a lot of fun out there in the heat race. Obviously only one heat tonight, so but feel a lot more comfortable than what I was last time that I was here, so it's a positive thing. I think last time I was here, my eyes just didn't really adjust to the bumps and whatnot too well, so yeah, actually had a lot of fun out there, and hopefully it wasn't too much of a moving chicane down the straights for the other guys, so yeah, was able to get amongst it a little bit with the others, and yeah, we'll see how we go in the B main. Like you said, more laps is obviously better, and just try to learn as much as I can tonight.
I noticed you're pretty hands-on with the car. Is that by choice, or have you always been told to work on your own cars? What's the deal there? Yeah, actually, when I was sort of a young fella, you know, with go-karting and whatnot, I always got told if you don't, you know, prepare your go-kart, you're not racing. So it's always just stuck with me, and yeah, I've worked on sprint cars and crewed for many teams, you know, when I was a young fella. So yeah, just love doing it, and
yeah, I don't really know what I need from the car, but yeah, I haven't really touched anything tonight. I just want to spanner check things and, you know, make sure nothing comes loose and yeah, just have fun.
Cars to the B main. Onto the front dummy grid, please. Sprint cars to the B main. Onto the front dummy grid, please.
All right, it's B main time. Brodie's just pushing back now out of his pit. He's going up to the grid now. He's out of position number 2. You probably think it's not great that he didn't make it straight into the feature race, but I think it's fantastic. And I know he was pretty glad that he's in the B main because then he gets more laps. It's another 15 laps under his belt, and then he's hopefully will make it through, and then he's got a 30-lap feature on top of that, so 45 laps. But the thing is, he told me off camera that his neck's falling off. I couldn't believe it. I said, hey, lucky you're not a Supercars driver. But yeah, he's just goes to show you how demanding driving a sprint car is. But hopefully he can keep his head on his shoulders, get through this B main and finish up front, stay out of trouble, and then we'll see what he can do in the feature.
On the Erebus Motorsport driver, Brodie Kostecki will start on the outside of the front row. And Kostecki gets a good start on the outside of Appel. Appel finds back on the low side though. Brodie upstairs, great race to the front. Kostecki and Appel side by side. And Kostecki looking good out the front of this one. You can see on our ultimate screen. In about 12 days, he'll be piloting a brand new Camaro Supercar around the streets of Newcastle. But tonight he's on the Boost Mobile John Weatherall number 95 sprint car. Kostecki wins the B main. There is your last chance showdown winner, Brodie Kostecki.
Good job, mate.
Thanks.
Yeah, the arms.
I'm actually starting to get pretty used to it now.
Yeah, good.
The car's actually really good.
Yeah.
I'm just not driving that good, really.
How much are you using the brakes there?
A fair bit. Yeah, I was dragging them a lot more than.
Yeah.
I found like it got me loaded in a lot better.
Yeah.
But the car's like actually like unreal. I just can't. I'm not like on the throttle enough.
You didn't really need to be.
Yeah, I know, but it's like when I do drag it in enough and I'm like stay half throttle, I can like really load it up on the left like on entry.
Yeah.
And then I can get through the ruts like with heaps of wing speed. But when I'm like stalling up and I get a little bit too crossed up, end up too sideways, and then I just bike up a little bit.
Yeah.
Then I like go back down and fucking shoot off.
Did you think about moving around, or you just wanted to hit your marks?
I just wanted to, honestly, I was getting better each lap, trying to learn how to run through the ruts, and I wasn't using my brake pedal at all earlier on in the night, and found that, you know, dragging the brakes to just set the car up a lot better over the ruts was much better than, you know, actually coming all the way off the throttle. So yeah, wanted to sort of work that out, and was really up and down, not really consistent enough, but yeah, I'm sort of happy just to make the show really. So to check that off the bucket list is pretty cool, and now I've got to go 30 laps and work out how I'm going to do that. So
You said before off camera that your neck was falling off during the 10-lap heat race. How'd you go then? And
I was actually a lot better than, surprisingly. I was you know, I just decided to just relax a little bit more, and I think it's because I'm, you know, mentally I'm going flat out on the car, you know, trying to keep it going on a straight line, that, you know, it makes everything just way harder. So I was a bit more relaxed, and the track was a bit harder. So hopefully by the, hey man, I'm gonna have to get out of the way of, you know, the fast guys when they come through. So hopefully I'm not too much of a hazard and can slowly get a bit better. So okay so far.
race time for Brodie's off the back of the A, obviously. He really just needs to stay out of trouble. I love the attitude. He's so realistic about how he goes about his racing. You probably think he comes in here as some supercar hotshot, but honestly, he's so chill about how he goes about his racing, and he just takes it the right way. Knows he's got a lot to learn. Sprint cars are completely different to any race car that he'll probably ever drive, and off camera we've been talking about that. And yeah, I'm really excited to see what he can do. I think if there's one thing I would like to see, I'd just like to see him move around a little bit. He said a little in that B main there that he won, which was pretty cool, that he just wanted to kind of hit his marks and that, and I really feel like he could probably try and move around. That's the balance of sprint car racing. You know, you try and move around and try and learn something, you might wreck. So I think, you know, it'd be cool to see him move up around the top, but I think he just really wants to stay out of trouble and get some laps under his belt. So either way, should be fun to watch.
looks as though no swing damage to the John Weatherall-owned Coca-Cola Boost Mobile number 95 of Brodie Kostecki. Brodie, not the way you wanted to end tonight's feature race, but holy smokes, you had some pace in the B main. Must be nice to roll out and start to get a hold of these things.
Yeah, I was actually spewing then, to be honest. Just a bit of concertina and yeah, a bit of an unlucky deal, but have an absolute blast. And I just want to say hello to J-Dubs. He's not here this weekend, so he's sitting at home. So sorry, J-Dubs, I know you're a front wing, mate. So sorry about that.
That's pretty nice of him to let you race the car and he gets to sit at home. It's not too bad.
Yeah, he's probably on his massage chair right now, just living the dream. So yeah, we'll go back and wash it now, and yeah, he'll probably get a massage.
Good job, Johnny. You enjoy the massage. Thanks, Brodie.
What happened, man?
I don't actually know, to be honest. I think a few cars were fighting for the middle in front of me, and I just was trying to be a little bit patient, lifted, and then just concertina ended up getting me. I just touched the car in front after he hit the car in front, and then I think Talia just come in and we were all a bit sort of checked up, so she sort of had nowhere to go and just ran over me front wing and broke my wing post off. So, but seems to be no other real damage apart from that. So yeah, I mean, it's a good night, I guess, in a way. I had a lot of fun in the B main, and I was absolutely spewing not to get the laps in the feature. I would have loved to get 30 laps in the feature there. But yeah, congrats to the Lockie on the win. He showed his dominance again tonight, so he's probably, he's one of the best guys in Australia. So even though I didn't get to race, I got to see a good race. So yeah, we'll come back again and try again, and I think we won't have to start off the back of the field anymore. So yeah, can start a bit further up in the heats and try to get a few more points so we can start a bit further up in the feature. But yeah, big thank you to John Weatherall. Was actually not here with us this weekend, so he's been sitting at home, and I'm sure he was watching race monitor, probably shitting himself a little bit, seeing the car stop. So first thing I did was text him straight away, just let him know it's just a front wing, so he's pretty relieved to hear that. But yeah, just big thank you to all my partners, Boost and yeah, J-Dubs and Brad Hilder and Coca-Cola and a few other guys that help out as well, Tyler and Chris and crew chief Hunter. Yeah, it's always good to go racing. I absolutely love it, and yeah, Speedway's a lot of fun.
You said you'll be back next time. When is next time?
As soon as possible. So I'm really starting to get the bug for it. I was spewing last year and didn't get to race as much as I wanted to, and I got a lot more comfortable tonight than what I was last time I raced, and I haven't raced in 12 months, so I'd really like to do it again as much as possible. So yeah, just as long as it doesn't conflict too much with the supercar stuff, and we can try to do as many of these as possible, and yeah, try some fun along the way, and hopefully finish all the 30 laps in the features. How you doing? Yeah, good, thank you. Speedway off. See you, buddy. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Right, that's a wrap for the night. Hopefully the audio's not too bad, because actually the wind just picked up really bad, and it's obviously pretty cold, as you can tell. When we get here, I wear jeans to try and look a bit formal on the pay-per-view broadcast, and it's roasting hot, and I think, why am I wearing jeans? And then all of a sudden it cools down like this, and I have to chuck on my Sprinter Hub jacket. But yeah, no, a great night. It was really cool to follow Brodie around. I'd probably say that for all the people that we follow, but obviously the angle that we wanted tonight was to follow the Supercars driver who's trying to have a go here with sprint car racing. But it was really cool. I was really interested to hear his story, that he's actually got a bit of dirt experience racing in the States, racing in NASCAR, obviously his supercar stuff, and honestly he's pretty unassuming. You really would not guess that he's in, I guess, the position that he is, and lives the dream racing cars for a living. But had a lot of fun following him around. It was really cool to see, as we covered on pay-per-view throughout the night, the ruts and stuff that you can see here on the racetrack. Super hard at times to dictate how to attack the corners and have the cars handled the way you want to as I explained on the broadcast, you really need to hit the ruts at the right angle, the right rotation coming into the corner. Then the car won't understeer and push up track. So that was something we spoke about on pay-per-view throughout the night. It was a really hectic night for us to do this video, be on pay-per-view as it always is, and I think it's around 11 o'clock now here in Queensland. So I think that's our last video for about 4 or 5 weeks, and then I think we're back here around Easter time or something like that. So thanks everyone for watching. You'll see plenty of other videos coming up in the next few weeks. Yeah, cheers.